Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Damon Campbell with Music'sMyLife.com here at the Loft in Lansing, Michigan with a very special guest.
Ooh.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
What's going on? It's your boy, Kid Inc. What's going on, y'all?
Kid Inc., it's a pleasure to meet you, man.
Pleasure to meet you too, bro. Pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. So with the name Kid Inc. and, of course, all the tats that come along with it, I'm sure there's probably been some people who have maybe misconstrued it as, like, you know, a gimmick, but little do those people probably realize you actually used to work at a tattoo shop, right, as kind of like a apprentice?
Yeah, definitely. It's like when I was about 16 years old, it was a local tattoo shop just, 5 minutes from the house where I got my first tattoo. And then from there, once I got the approval to go, once I got that paper signed by my parent to go all the time, which she didn't know. Right. But once I got that done and I was in the, in there working with the tattoo artist, they already knew that I could draw. So the first thing they made me do was just draw my own tattoos. And then from there, they would give me a discount. And then from there, they were like, if you want to clean some tools or anything like that, I'll give you, a free tat. And that's just how it started. And
right.
From there, I was just in there working every night and then, go home producing beats, come in the tattoo shop during the day, work, get free tats and all that. So it was just dope, and it was right along the summertime, so I didn't have school, so I was in there all the time.
Right.
So, it was just, it had nothing to do with music. I was a producer at the time, behind the scenes, and you wasn't taking photo shoots or pictures. Nobody knew my face or anything like that. So it definitely wasn't a gimmick thing, and I feel like coming from L.A., it's just real big because you go out there, and it's 1,000 kids that look just like me with just a bunch of tattoos, just because it's so many tattoo shops and it's such a just lifestyle out there, man.
Exactly. And it seems like it kind of runs in the family because you mentioned your mom signing the paperwork, but she also came along not only for supervision but to get some tats herself, right?
She got a tattoo the same day. She just asked me to get a tattoo the other day. My little bro, he's close to almost as
all decked out too.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I don't want to say that they went because of me and following, but it definitely got to a competition point once everybody started getting addicted. So yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of your mom, she actually used to sing, right? And your dad used to be a DJ.
Yeah, but my dad used to DJ a little bit, and then my mom grew up singing, playing the piano. Same thing with my grandfather. So it was introduced to me, at a young age, just
totally
music on a different level and learn how to read the piano. Just, is keeping me busy just after school and stuff like that. And then, from there, I just applied that when I learned how to actually make beats with the drum machine and applied everything I learned with the piano and just meshed them together.
Yeah, you mentioned the piano. She got you involved in, like, piano classes and even, like, choir, too, right?
Yeah, and it was crazy because at the time, like, I was learning how to make beats with a bunch of different people, but all they knew how to do was, like, sample and do, like, the Kanye vibe, and I would actually sample and then throw extra instruments on it and all that, so it was just a good thing to learn.
I hear you actually still got it on the piano. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, when I see a nice piano sitting around, I'll just sit and have some fun, but when I make beats, I still use a keyboard and everything, so it definitely isn't something I can run away from. It's just natural.
Right, just kind of like picking up riding a bike again, right?
Exactly.
Which you actually used to be really into BMX back in the day, right?
Yeah, but like what happened with that is, I think I had about like 3 bikes, and I was really going hard for like a good year, and then I got every bike stolen, and then I kind of got unmotivated
totally.
to buy another bike, and until I just lived somewhere where they weren't going to steal them out my garage, or just when I just had free time. But now I got to wait because I do too many shows. I don't want to crack something and then disappoint everybody already. So when I have like a nice couple months just open, I'm gonna just have more fun.
Totally. And you had mentioned, the producing. A lot of people may not realize you actually started out producing under the name Rockstar, not to be confused with DJ Rockstar, a close affiliate of your manager Ill Will.
Exactly.
But you've actually been, they've actually mixed you guys up before, right?
Yeah, that was really one of the things too when I went towards the name change and when I took that step to be an artist and be Kid Inc. It was like, because of the name was so confusing, you Google it, it'd get confused with video games, energy drinks, and then I had my DJ who had the same name, and everybody thought I was secretly him, and playing like double team and promoting my own records and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Shout out DJ Rockstar all the way in Canada. So, it's definitely, played a really big part in the Kid Inc. name change, and, it wasn't too difficult to find that next name either. I kind of only sat down for like a couple days and went through a list of names that I felt like represented my life at the time, and it just stuck out easily.
Yeah, and the producing aspect of things even goes as far back as like the Watts Towers, right? What can you tell people about that?
Well, that's where I originally learned how to make beats. It was like going to an after-school program. It wasn't even really a program. It was just something that I had a couple friends at school who used to rap and write, and they used to play me their records, and then I used to be like, well, I'm trying to go one day, and I ended up going, and that's when I learned how to do all that. Yeah. Just from having the stuff sitting around and just asking questions and just really just having fun.
And from what I understand, the transition to rapping had a lot to do with having like a lot of leftover beats.
Yeah, it's just, having, trying to make beats and get them placed, and then taking the next step of writing hooks for them, so more artists will just want to work with it and not have to come up with new ideas, because some lazy artists, and just motivates them more to go, okay, I could just rap on this or just do the verses real quick. So that's how it started, and then from there it's just it went from sitting on beats to sitting on hooks to sitting on, bridges and guest features to just having whole songs done.
For sure. Well, speaking of leftovers, I hear you're actually quite the cook as well.
Haha. Yeah, man. I can get down in the kitchen a little bit. Yeah. I've been on the road a lot, so I've been eating in the hotels. Yeah, I've been missing the kitchen.
Right. Well, that makes me think of munchies, and I know you're a pretty big enthusiast of the marijuana. You got to have your Swisher Sweets to go along with it as well.
All day.
And but interestingly enough, your first time smoking was actually with Nipsey Hussle back in the day, right?
Well, that's who I learned how to make beats with when we were going to the programs. It was like a group of like 6 of us. And
over at Ren Paul's?
Yeah, we were over in the hood in Slauson, Ren Paul. And just, in the garage having sessions and making music, man. That was really the life for good, that's still my lifestyle now. Not in the garage, though, but, that was the life for high school. So.
And Nipsey was involved with a lot of your first, like your first production placement, your first even big check from production placement.
Definitely, when he got his deal with Sony, it was off of a record that I produced.
Yeah.
So, it was just great timing, really. It was just, I had already had numerous records on him and a couple of my other friends, and it was just crazy how he called me one day just like, yo, we, got this record and they want to, sign me and get to do everything and shoot the video and blah, blah, blah. So it was definitely a dope look. First, real step. Flew out to New York, met the labels and stuff, so it was cool too.
And I heard you actually took that first big check and went and threw down on a car, but your first car wasn't it actually a 72 Chevy Nova?
Yeah, which is in the shop right now getting crazy, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what's happening. I just threw it in the shop and told them to make me something insane. Really? Yeah, I needed the fastest car on the streets right now.
Yeah, yeah, because you actually used to do a bit of street racing back in the day, right?
Just, fun stuff. Not real, like...
Nothing too over the top.
Yeah, not Fast and Furious, but,
right.
I have my fun. I like to kill the streets.
Definitely. Well, I'm glad you're still here with us in one piece.
Definitely, man.
Lastly, at this point in your career, do you consider music your life?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Like I said, I haven't been at home cooking it all. I've been in the hotels and grinding, hitting the radio runs, hitting the shows, and just staying in the studio right now is the focus, and I feel like I have a lot to prove just to the new fans and to my old fans from signing the new deal. So it's totally a lot for me to work on.
Yeah, I asked that because of my site, once again, beingmusicsmylife.com.
Yeah,
so.
Man.
Kid Ink, thank you so much for your time, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely, it's great chatting with you. Best wishes with everything coming your way.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people out there watching?
Check me out, Kid_Ink on Twitter, Kid Ink Bad Gang Instagram, KidInkMusic.com for the shows. Make sure you go grab my new single, Badass, featuring Wale and Meek Mill on iTunes. Ooh.
There you have it. Once again, I'm Damon Campbell, and this is Kid Ink.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.